Dang. That sucks. Fuck. Dang, that sucks. What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick Torius, back again with another video. Out here playing basketball. Well, I'm gonna play basketball. I'm gonna pick this up first. Throw the shit in the trash can. Do my little, what do you call it? My good deed for the day. I have my business cards in my pocket, and I should have put them in my car. Let me go do that. All right, so this one is gonna be about how social media fucks you up, right? So like the video, comment below what you think about it, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. So, social media, right? Be fucking everyone up. Everyone's complaining about it. Everyone's always like, oh no, social media, right? And I feel like people don't really understand how it's fucking them up, right? I mean, I don't think it is, but other people seem to, right? So social media, basically what it is a drug, right? Social media is basically a drug. It's like anything else. It's like candy. It's like junk food, fast food. That's all drugs, right? These are all things that are drugs. Like cocaine. Cocaine's a hell of a drug, right? Cocaine is a drug. Marijuana, ecstasy, all that shit is all drugs, right? Now we got the newest drug, social media, right? Like Instagram. I think it's funny how Instagram became a drug, right? Because the thing is, it wasn't always like that. Like before, you just use it to edit your pictures. Now it's like a whole fucking drug. Isn't that crazy? Look at that condom. They could be fucking on God. Yeah, what if they touch his skin with the condom? That's gross. I got nothing with the fucking figure. Anyways, so like social media is basically like a drug, like any of those, right? It's basically just like the same thing. When you're on social media, you basically get like this dopamine hit, right? You get this hit of dopamine, and you're just like, you're high, right? Especially if you're on Instagram and you're looking at a whole bunch of girls, because girls are drugs, right? Girls are like the equivalent. They're the same thing. I don't know. Girls are like the same thing as drugs, because you look at them and then they get you high and they get you all flustered and flabbergasted, right? They get you all like buzzed up. And that's why people are getting all these mass social mental illness, all this mass depression, mass anxiety, all this stuff, because they're getting high as fuck. Right? Because they're high all day just looking at social media. Like, you get high looking at people's stories. You get high because it's stimulation, right? You're stimulating your brain. That's the same thing you do with drugs. It's like no different than cocaine, because when you're on social media, you feel good, right? Yeah, because I noticed that, right? That's why they say don't be on social media at night. When you're gonna go to sleep, don't be looking at your phone, because when you look at your phone, you get energy. Your phone is basically a source of energy, because I noticed that whenever I'm feeling bad, I just go to my phone. I go on Twitter, I go on Instagram, I go on LinkedIn, right? I feel better. I feel like I have more energy. I'm just like, okay, but the thing is, it's like, it's because it's a high, right? It gives you a high. And just like I said, in anything, a high is just a frequency. It's just how high you get. Because if you're normally low, if you're normally very baseline low energy, and you get that high, you go high, what goes up must come down, right? And you get those super high highs. I mean, social media isn't the highest high you can get, but it's still pretty high if you're mostly low. So when you go up, you're gonna come down, right? So social media is basically just like it's basically just, it's just a high. You're going up, you're going down. It's just like smoking weed. Like, yeah, it feels good in the moment, but then it's like smoking weed, eating unhealthy food, it's all the same shit, right? Because you're basically just you're getting that instant gratification, right? You're getting that instant gratification, and you're getting that high for the second, for the minute, for the hour, whatever. But then it comes with long-term consequences, right? It comes with long-term consequences where you're gonna be baseline lower for a longer time, right? So that's why you get that depression, anxiety. I feel like when people say like, oh, you're comparing your lives to people on social media, that's why you're depressed. That's not why you're depressed. You're depressed because you're on social media in the first place, right? If anything, you should use other people's lives as motivation, right? You should use other people's lives as motivation, because it shows you what could be, right? It shows you what you could have. Like, there's this one dude that I'm always looking at his stories on Instagram, and I always compare my life to his, right? Because he be making like, I remember one time he because I always know that on his stories are always live. Like, his life looks super lit, right? And because he's always doing something. He's always like out making, like, getting money and doing whatever, right? He's always out doing shit. And it's funny because one day I opened his story, right? And I was like, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna open this dude's story, and then guess what? I bet it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, look how much better my life is than you, Nick. Right? And I open his story, and this dude's at the casino, and he just wins like 200 grand. And he's like, oh shit, I just won 200 grand. And I'm like, oh yeah, look, there he goes with his life better than mine. Because I ain't win no 200 grand. And it's just so fucking hilarious, right? Because it was like I called it, right? Like I manifested it. So that was funny as fuck to me. I was like, damn, that's funny as hell. 'Cause I figured that was gonna happen. But yeah, social media, is it ruining our lives? I mean, it's ruining your life as much as weed would ruin your life, as much as doing coke would ruin your life, as much as eating junk food all day. Like all day would ruin your life. It's no different. It's honestly just no different, right? It's just simply a drug. So the thing is, you can either choose to be addicted to that drug, or you can choose to not be addicted to the drug. It's up to you. You feel me? You can use it in moderation. Like, if you want to use meth in moderation, if you want to use crack in moderation, if you want to use weed in moderation, whatever, alcohol, it's all the same shit. So if you feel like it's ruining your life, it's because, yes, there are consequences. There's consequences to using everything. There's consequences to using social media, right? There's consequences to it. So just understand that every time that you do use social media, anytime that you do eat unhealthy food, because these are things that society doesn't consider drugs, right? But drugs are just anything that just fucking basically gives you a high, and then, anything that gives you a high, right? If you want your life to be more stagnant in the long run, that's, then you just use these things. You get me? But I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying my point. So, like the video. Let's get this video to 100K likes. Subscribe if you're new. Comment below what you think about the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And also follow me on Instagram at Torius, at 6 Feet Interviews, and whatever you want, any questions you have, DM me, comment them below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.